Hi everybody, this is Betakos and this is Sylvie, my black cat over there. She's taking a nap. In this video we're going to talk about Napoli versus Atalanta, and the reason is something very interesting, and it has to do with odds class statistics. Okay, this is very interesting because this match, based on the odds, belongs to a specific odds class, or in other words, in a smart tag, which helps me to cluster games with similar odds sets, or in general to have many similarities. So each time I face one of these matches, I can have a look in the past, I can have a look in the historic data from all the other matches and use them as my base, okay, for my selections for tonight's matchup. So this is a method about what can I do the best way possible for tonight. Okay, now this class has produced, let me show you right here. So this is the odds set, decimal odds, 1.98 for the home win, 3.55 for the draw, and 3 for the away win. So this is the smart tag. Okay, you can see it consists of two parts. Italy 1 for the first for Serie A, okay, and then 0.66. So this is the smart tag for this match. And in my database, I have 9. We focus on this first digit. This is 9 past records for this specific odds class or smart tag. And when I choose this sheet of mine, and this is an Excel workbook, okay, and this is a specific worksheet. So when I choose to get a glance based on odds class, this is the stats concerning the full-time market. So it's so surprising that this smart tag, or else, or in different words, okay, 9 past records in the same smart tag, and not even once when the home team won. This is very interesting. Okay, this is not magic. We don't have any magical sphere in front of us. This is football. Everything can happen, but this is a stat. This is a stat I cannot pretend I don't see it. Okay, this is very interesting. So this is going to be my base for my betting selections. So let's start thinking about this. We have 7 draws, 2 times away win, no home win. This doesn't guarantee that this matchup, Napoli versus Atalanta tonight. This is the 4th of December 2029. This is my local time, 21 hour 21 minutes, and the match starts 21 hour 45 minutes, so we have approximately 20 minutes to make some decisions. And for this I have my own special betting tool. This is Betakos Stake Calculator. Okay, this is a tool which can help anyone, any player, to focus on a single match, okay, to have multiple choices, multiple selections for one match, and try to do his or her best. So I'm going to try to do my best. My first priority is to secure my capital, my wages, the best way possible. Okay, after that I'm going to chase any profit margin left for me, of course based on the odds. Okay, this is real world, and in real world odds dictate everything. So I'm gonna start using it. This is not a demonstration. There are plenty of other videos. You can have a look in YouTube to find my channel, and there you can find videos demonstrating how to use this tool. Now this is going to be a behind the scene video, how I actually work, okay, when I am about to work on soccer betting. This is the procedure, so it's like letting you have a peek above my shoulders. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, we have a very strong trend in the draw and away win, but we cannot leave the home win 100% out of this equation. Okay, so let's visit Bet365 to see what odds are available right now. Okay, let's log in to have a real-time odds sets, and yes, okay, thank you very much. Okay, I'm not interested in this. Okay, Bayern Munich. Okay, looks that Bayern Munich eventually is going to take the 3 points out of this match, but we are here to talk about this one. Okay, Napoli, Atalanta. Okay, I can see that in Bet365 right now Atalanta is like the favorites, but on the bookie where I study the odds and then I produce these smart tags, the opening odds were like this. Okay, so there's a big shift. We could have a look to odds portal. Okay, no, I don't like it. We don't need this. We just need to change odds portal. Let's have a look at the odds. Serie A. Okay, as you can see right here, okay, this is nice. That was the average opening set. It was slightly favored for Napoli, but right now, as you can see, okay, for Bet365 opening odds, okay, you see it was 3.6, and today the 4th of December, the opening was 2.9, and now we are dropping and we are on the 2.55. Okay, it looks like public also, maybe they are following the same trend as I'm going to do, but from different starting points. Okay, maybe there is something about missing players, I don't know, maybe something special in the news. Anyway, what we are going to do using Betakos Stake Calculator is to have a look if odds allow us any profit margin and what this would like. Now, the start of selections. This is the start for decisions. Okay, home win. Home win is not only the full-time result. We can bet on correct score. Okay, so I will start with this because this is again my first pick decision. I'm starting with a decision that Atalanta is going to score at least one goal, okay? Just want Atalanta to score. If I am right in this first decision, then the first home win scenario starts from this scoreline, okay? This is just logic. And okay, can I see Napoli winning with a 2-goal margin or more? I don't know, I'm not sure. So let's start with this scoreline. So this is to partially cover the home win, okay? Because it is just one scoreline, and okay, the possibilities are obviously that a home win could occur in plenty of scorelines. In example, Napoli could win 1-0. In this case, I will lose, okay? In this case, I lose. Because my first big decision lose. Because I have decided that I can see Atalanta scoring tonight. If they do, if we are going to go for a home win, then this is the starting point. Now, about the draws, again, we can use score lines 1-1 and 2-2. Can we see, do we expect a draw on the 3-3 score line? Okay, again, this is football, everything can happen. But we have to eliminate some choices. That means we risk more, but risking more means bigger profit margins. Okay, the harder the selection, okay, the higher the prices of the odds. And now about the away win. Okay, let's start with covering it with the full-time result. So right now we have 4 selections, and all we needed to know is if these 4 selections, based on their odds, allow us any kind of profit margin. The only way to achieve this, the only way to know this, is to use Betakos Stake Calculator, because we have 4 selections, we just have one line, so we need +3 rows to fit all the 4 selections. And let's go by using just the odds right now. 6.5, 12, and 2.55. Okay, this is what we got. We have the 4 selections right here using the odds. If you need more data, you can just fill in all these blank shells, but this is okay, just informative. This is where the maths starts, and this is the most important aspect of the calculator. We need the odds so the calculations can run with the help of the functions in this Excel spreadsheet. Okay, now what does this mean? This is the cost to cover all these 4 selections, and we are basing it on return. Let's say that how much does it cost for us to bet on this selection, on these odds, in order to get 1 unit as a return. Okay, we are just talking units to avoid confusion. It's easier to start by talking about units and then turn units into real money, okay, into currency. So, and this is the answer, that it cost us 0.1 unit to bet on these odds in order to have 1 unit as a return. Okay, so we sum these selections and we can see that all these 4 selections cost 0.729 units. One of the selections, of course, we can have one winning selection or we can have none. Okay, if one of these 4 selections win, we guarantee that we take our stakes back. If we miss and if all these 4 selections lose, then we lose our wages. Okay? So these 4 costs this kind of units, and if one of them will win, we get 1 unit in returns. So in percentage, that means that we have a net profit margin of 37%. Okay? Now, I cannot understand that for some of you, this 37% of net profit may hear so low, but again, think the defense we are building for our stake. Okay, for me, it's not a competition about how many winners I'm going to target in a specific day. Okay, this is again Saturday, 4th of December. We have a full weekend, in matches in all major leagues. Okay, but for me, each match, when I'm going to focus uh, in a match, in a specific match, it's not like a competition about just having one selection and hoping that this will be the winner. No, for me, my purpose is to secure my stakes the best way possible, and after that, go after any profit margin. Okay, so instead of just having one pick, let's say I could choose either the home win or the draw or the away win. The odds are okay, very lucrative. Okay, the home win is 2.70, the away win is 2.55, the draw is 3.40. It's okay, it's nice odds. Okay, but for me, this is not the purpose. Okay, for me, the purpose is to secure my wages, in the worst scenario to get it back, and then if the odds allow me for any margin, just take it. Okay, so if we leave the choices, the selections as we see it right now, if any one of these 4 lands, then this is the profit margin for us. This is the 37% of net profit. Okay, so if I stake €10, my net profit would be 3.7 euro. If I stake a total of €100 in this match, in these 4 selections, then I get 37 euro as net profit. Don't misunderstand it. It is not the returns, it is the net profit. It means that if we stake €100, we get €100 back plus 37. Okay, this is net profit. Now I will try to do my best for these of you that would like something more. Okay, so this is where the magic begins, using Betakos Stake Calculator. Now, if we want to achieve a higher net profit percentage, then we need to risk a little bit more. Okay, as I said before, the higher the risk, the higher the payout. But again, we keep our defense live. This means that we can use some of our selections as our last line of defense. This will lower the cost and will transfer any available profit margin in a specific selection. So if we fancy a draw, if you remember, we have selected to cover the draw in 2 score lines, 1-1 draw and 2-2 draw. Now, would you fancy a 2-2 draw? That means, would you like to chase any kind of profit in this score line but have the rest of your selection as your difference. Let's see how we can actually make this using Betakos Stake Calculator. To make it easier, I'm going to fill in these cells too. So this was all about full-time scores. Again, full-time score, and that was full-time result, and that was the 2-to-1 score line. That was the 1-to-1 score line. That was the 2-to-2 score line, and that was the away win. What if we would like to risk on this one? Right here, biased remaining splitter. If I enter this value, it means please transfer all the available profit margin in these selections and use the rest of the selections as my defense, which means to get my initial stake back. So, did you see? Did you notice? At the beginning, each one of the selections, of course, if each one wins, then we get this kind of net profit. And right now, if I give the order, please, calculator, bring all the available profit margin in this selection, this is what happens. We go 10 times the original profit margin, but only for these specific selections. We keep all the other selections to take our initial stakes back. Okay, you can see the profit or loss margin is 0, which means no profit. So we keep our initial stakes. Now, if you believe that 2-to-2 is not something realistic for tonight's match, okay, we could try to get some profit on the 1-1 score line. Again, this is our new profit margin. Okay, this is 176%, and you get the picture. You could just keep trying to see what would look appealing for you. Okay, right now, if someone would like to go against the stats trend, because again, this is the real life. Okay, we have 9 past records with no home win. This does not exclude the home win for tonight's match. Okay, but this is a partially cover of the home win scenario, and this is the choice it happens for me to make right this moment when I talk to you through this recording of the video. Okay, now to give you the whole idea, it doesn't mean that there's the rule that you can just pick one of your selections and ask the whole of the available profit margin to be transferred in this pick. No, you are free to do whatever you want. You can choose to go give me 80 here and give me 10 here and give me the other 10 here. Okay, so again, you take the picture, and exactly at the same time you know what is going to be your profit margin. Okay, we have some other functions right now. If we can see just the fact that we have different odds, it means that the same percentage used in this cell does not equal for each of these two selections to have the same profit margin. Okay, because okay, we are transfer plus a 10% of the available profit margin in this selection, but this is on odds of 10, and transferring the same amount as percentage in the other peak. The other peak is on odds of 6.5. Okay, so because of the fact that the odds are not the same, using the same percentage doesn't mean that we will get the same net profit margin available. If we would like to group some of our selections and we want for these selections to get equally the net profit margin, this is possible too, because let's say that we would like to go with a draw and we want to get the same profit margin. Either we have a final score 1-1 or 2-2. Okay, how are we going to do this? First of all, we click the set button here. You see, it seems like it is blank, but it is not, because at the moment we change one of the group right here, you can see that values are produced. So right now we choose to name these two selections, the two draw scenarios, 1-1 and 2-2. We choose to call them group 2, and we want for this group to get equal profit margin. So how we do this? First we select that this is group 2, okay, and then we come in this column and we say to the calculator, please give me all the available profit margin in these two selections which they belong to group number 2. Okay, and when I paste the calculations right here, you can see that I get equally splitted profit, or in other words, it's not splitted. If any of these two selections land, then we have the same profit margin, and of course we are still keeping the other two selections as our defense. So this is kickoff time. If I switch to Bet365, we are in play, of course. Napoli, right here. Okay, maybe some seconds before the match kicks off. So, okay, accept changes. As you can see now, the match is going to live. Give me one moment to free my cat. Okay, Sylvie has left us, but let's hope that her luck is with us. So, would you like to make it happen? Instead of choosing Napoli, we said that we will go with 2-1, and then for the draw we go 1-1, 2-2, and then we go with the away win 10-6. So we have slightly decreased odds right here, 10-6, 11. So did you see, because of taking the time to explain to you through this video, the odds are shifted, but okay, now we are just about 94% if we have a draw. But if we have the draw on these two specific score lines, if we see a 0-0 draw or a 3-3 draw, we're losing our initial stakes. Again, if none of the other two selections land, again we lose our stakes. So this is the big decisions we make for tonight's match. We started because of the strong trend in the draw and away. Again, this is football, and we cannot rule out a scenario for a home win. And right in this scenario, we are partially cover the home win just using one single score line. And this score line is the first big decision because we see Atalanta, or we hope Atalanta to score. If they just score, if we are going to end up in a home win, then the first, let's see, the first in order is 2-1 as the score line. And then we are covering the away win 100% because we are going with a full-time market and we choose the away win. And to close it, in the scenario of the draw, we need to see it land in one of the two specific score lines we have just chosen. So this is my personal split. Okay, I show you that you are free to transfer your available profit margin wherever you fancy, wherever you see it most probable to happen. Okay, now to make things easier for you to place your bets, because this is a big screen with a lot of data, we simplify this screen and we just keep the odds and the amount that we should be betting. And this is an example on 100 euros. I'm going to make it lower just to give you the example, because I do not want to promote hard gambling. Okay, it's just for recreational purposes, and so I'm going to take it low. Let's go with this is the minimum wages asked, and this is based on the minimum stake allowed by the bookie. So if this is the minimum stake, in order for us to cover all these selections, so the lowest bet is this one. So this results that we should bet a total of 2 euros. Okay, I know, but again, I don't wish to promote gambling, hard gambling. Okay, through my videos, we're just talking about a calculator, a tool I have developed, and how I choose to use some basic stats to help me make my decisions. Okay, we started off a strong trend, draw, and we win. Okay, and this is our final build. So let's make it happen. So it's important to fill in the odds exactly in the same order as you make your selections in the real world. Now we have again some changes, so we'll go with 10, 6, that's okay, 12, a little bit higher right here, and okay, a little bit higher for the away win 2. So again we have to paste again. Now we are above the 100% of net profit. It means that we are going to double our initial stakes if we see a draw on 1-1 or 2-2 score line. Okay, this is real life. Atalanta just caught us sleeping. Okay, doesn't matter for me because it starts well. It looks like it follows the strong trend to the draw and away win. Okay, now all these odds are gone. Our build is ruined. Okay, but again, the main purpose of this video is to show you a little bit of the power and how useful this tool can be to all of you if you are a better I think you just realize how quickly you can take calculations and know exactly how much you should wage in a specific selection in order for your whole build, let's see, all of your selections to be correctly in place so you can achieve your goals. Right now, we were focusing to get some profit out of a draw scenario. Now, Atalanta leads nil to 1. Now we have new odds. We could start a new build up, but okay, this video is already long enough. I just want you to keep the possibilities you can have in this tool, and you can just follow my YouTube channel and discover uh, more material on this topic. You can search and you can find more of my videos talking about this unique tool. Anyway, I wish you all the best in your selections for this night and for tomorrow's selections. Tomorrow, Sunday, 5th of December 2021. That was Betakos for just another video. It will be my joy to meet you if you would like to exchange any kind of uh, arguments or your ideas or anything you would like. You can find me Facebook Betakos Club. That is my Facebook page, and you can search me on YouTube. So all the best. Thank you very much for your time. See you around.